The point is, ultimately, there is only spirit, nothing but spirit. You could call it anything you want, by the way. You can call it, Brahman or the divine or Buddha nature or emptiness or whatever, floats your boat. But there is only the one, there is only spirit. And everything else is an illusion. Because the truth is, you don't become at one with anything. There is only the one.
Lights, camera, action. I'm on again. Here it is, folks. The creation of my own show. How wonderful.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Awakening from the Dream Show. My name is Duke, and this is my YouTube channel. Awakening from the Dream Show is a platform where I teach myself what I most need to learn. And hopefully in that process, I can share some stuff that'll help others as well. If you're new to Awakening from the Dream Show, I've probably made like 7 episodes or so. You're welcome to check those out as well. The truth within you. So what does that really mean? Does that mean like we can throw you down on an operating table and dissect you and find that truth and study it? The truth within you. I'm going to try to put this in simple, plain as I can English. The you, who you are, is not a physical body. Doesn't even resemble a physical body. It's been said that we are consciousness. But it goes a little beyond that. There's something behind consciousness as well, and some would choose to call that God. In a sense, it's like there's only one self, and that's God. And that's who we all really are. You're God. And we're all pretending that we're somebody special. We've made up a fake reality where we connect one consciousness, in a sense, connect to brains, biological computers, portals, in a sense, that give us an experience of individuality. In a sense, you're all alone here. The real you is actually behind this whole facade. You're actually everyone that's ever been. You're the victim, the victimizer. You're the hero. You're the villain. You're everything and everyone. And this is a scientific fact as well. It's not a belief. Belief is, there's the things you and I believe, and then there's the truth behind that. And the truth is unalterable. It doesn't matter if you believe something. That doesn't make it true. So what's going on here is that it's like we've escaped from being an endless void. We've escaped from being all that is, and everything here, every detail, every gray hair, every pimple, every backache, every little detail is designed and in place to convince you that you're something that you're not. And once you really know that inside, you can begin the process of forgiveness, because everybody that you see outside of you is actually you, the real you. They're actually God, but they don't know it. So every attack is out of ignorance. All human cruelty, all betrayal, deception is all out of ignorance. It's all out of fear. It's all out of a belief that we are something that we're not. So that's how you begin the process of forgiveness, is you realize victim and victimizer are one and the same. And that makes no sense to the ego mind, because there's atrocities that are in our world that's like almost impossible for somebody to accept. But it's like you have to really truly know what love is, you have to go beyond, you have to go deeper. And you got to realize that this reality, it's not who we are. It was created to deny who we are. So everything in it, all the horrible things that happen, as well as the pleasurable and beautiful things, are all there. They're all there to convince us that we're not God. So here in the dream world, in this fake reality, anything goes in a sense. We are free to live out every dream imaginable, from the most horrible, despicable dreams to the most beautiful, pleasurable things that we could possibly imagine. So once we realize that this life is an illusion, in a sense, we can begin to start to let it go. And in a sense, we begin the journey home. That is, until you've come to that point where there's got to be another way, where you reach bottom, like an addict reaching bottom. Where when enough's enough. And you have to realize that it's not found here in the dream, here in the world. You can move to another city, you can get new relationships, you can change your clothes, change your face, change your sex, but there's really, none of it really works. Nothing here satisfies. It's all castles made of sand. It's all impermanence. It's all a game that we're playing, pretending that we're not God. So it does become about forgiveness, real forgiveness, realizing it's all oneself, that there's really nothing to forgive ultimately. That ultimately nothing is lost. All the horrible things that happen here in the world, here in the dream, it's all made up. It's like a projector displaying on a screen, images on a screen. But it seems so real. And that's where you really got to forgive it. You really got to forgive it, because we made it to fool us. So we got to forgive the power of our own mind to deceive ourselves into believing that we're something that we're not, that we're somebody that we're not. And there's a lot to be said about this, and a lot of confusion over it. But in a nutshell, this is what's going on. Welcome to the dream that we are separate and different. In reality, you are me and I am you. If we all realize this, we'd all probably run out in the street naked, laughing, crying, dancing, partying, celebrating, cutting up our credit cards, throwing our money into the air. It's all fucking worthless garbage. You're me, I'm you. We can share everything, the world, There's no limits. There's nothing that can't be forgiven, because it's all me. I'd only be forgiving myself. So it's a process. It's a process of undoing, remembering. But this is what love really is. This is what love really is realizing that it's all you. Everybody you meet, every stranger that you pass by, glance into their eyes and realize that that's me. That's me in all these different forms. No matter how horrible, despicable, it's me acting out this crazy fantasy of being a separated self, of being a body. Do you have the courage to wake up? To let this go? To love everyone? To forgive everything? That is real strength. Attack is weak. Criticism is weak because it's all based on self-deception. It's all based on projection. The things I hate and can't stand about myself, we desire to see them in others and say, that's not me. That's in that despicable person. You know, there's the real monster. There's the real tyrant. There's the cause of my suffering. See, it's like most people spend their whole life blaming other people and circumstances. You know, that ultimately, you got to let that all go. It's nobody's fucking fault. You are the way you are. It's not nature's fault. It's not your parents' fault. It's nobody's fault. It's all fucking you and your game of self-deception and everything that you went through to pull this shit off. So yeah, that's my morning ramble. Not claiming to know anything more than anybody else. I struggle with the very basic of basic human ego shit. So yeah, welcome to the Awakening from the Dream Show. I will try to get over my camera shyness and try to become authentic as possible in this process of making these YouTube videos. It's scary. It's hard to reveal this stuff publicly. There's hardly anybody doing it. You know, we're all hooked into the game of being a separated self, of being an ego identity. I'm a special identity, different from you. You know, I can see the stuff I hate and don't like in you and deny it in myself. We're all the sinner. We're all the saint. Every one of us, we're all the same. Thanks for watching. I will look forward to more videos. And I will see you next time on the Awakening from the Dream Show. Oh yeah, and remember, if you like the videos, please subscribe, hit that bell, and you'll get notified when I make new videos. And share as well. Enjoy.